I will be putting a recording of this stream on YouTube, hopefully in the next few days. I'll be doing that with all of my both my Monday and Thursday streams for sure. I'm not sure about the Tuesday streams. I'm still thinking about it. Again, Monday is a solo game. Today we're playing XENOARCHEOLOgy by Amanda, who's a fantastic designer. Definitely check her work out. I highly recommend it. Let me just quickly... Hang on. Yeah, we are capturing display. That's fine. It's just not showing the... Well, I hope you can see everything. I guess I'll just go check my... Let me just go check. Let me just go see. Yes, okay, you can. That's fine. Good. I don't know what I'm doing at all, so welcome to the shit show. Let's just quickly pop up another tweet. Announcing I'm live, and then I will get started. So yeah, like I said, today I'll be playing XENOARCHEOLOgy by Amanda. If the lighting is really weird on me, that's because if there's a tiny little window up there, and the only place I can sit at a desk in this house. And it's noon and the light is shining directly at me. The sun is shining directly at me, and I've put a little thing up there so that it's not stabbing me in the eyes. But it does mean, unfortunately, that I am going to be lit really weirdly for a little while. It'll pass in a bit. Anyway, yeah, we're playing XENOARCHEOLOgy by Amanda. So how about I just get stuck in reading? I haven't actually read all the way through this game yet, so this will be both of us discovering it, I guess. I'm excited to read it though. I've been really intrigued by it since it got published. So welcome to Attis. A human expedition has arrived before you to this distant point in this distant solar system, and they have found some rather conclusive evidence regarding the last life forms to inhabit the surface of the planet Attis. This remarkable discovery prompted the International Space Association to assign you as the lead investigator and archaeologist on a new expedition whose goal it is to uncover the mystery behind the disappearance or extinction of the species. The fact that the local species have disappeared, moved on, or gone extinct. Scans indicate that Attis, located in its system's Goldilocks zone and possessing a nitrogen-oxygen heavy atmosphere, is a terraforming candidate planet to support human life, making it a priority to investigate further. There are clear signs that another sentient species with the capacity for social organization and language lived on this planet long ago. Wow, I keep tripping over these words. But that's so cool. Also, I love the graphic design on this. I'm pretty sure Amanda did it herself, if I'm remembering correctly. I'm pretty sure, I know for a fact at least she took this photo that's on the cover, which is so good. Objectives. You're the first xenoarchaeologist to set foot in Attis. Your objectives are as follows. Investigate the archaeological remains of the species, catalogue these remains, keep them safe and in a state of preservation so they can be studied in a lab, formulate a hypothesis based on your findings, and formulate a theory, if possible, about the previous inhabitants. Archaeological tools. A standard deck of cards without jokers, an excavation log, and a 6-sided dice. So I've got playingcards.io up here with a deck of cards and a die, and I have this for my log. Safety protocols. The tone of this game is serious and a little grim. Some of the themes that can arise are extinction, death, religious questions, colonization, destruction of historically relevant materials. Destruction of historically relevant materials. Take your time, be safe, drink water, take breaks. Don't be a bigot, but if you are, get another game. This one is for you. Isn't for you. That's great. I don't plan on being a bigot anytime soon. So I think we are good there. A personal comment on archaeology. This is really important. Any item found by some white guy in a colonized or formerly colonized country should be immediately returned to its rightful owners. I firmly believe that museums such as the British Museum or the Pergamon Museum should not exist, and they should give back all of the things they've stolen to their original owners. If you don't agree with me, please don't play my game. This game is not made to fuel your dreams of conquest and oppression. If you don't know about the history of archaeology and the history of quote unquote relics being stored in museums when they belong to a living culture, and to and withheld from the people they're important to, I recommend doing some research on that, because it's very bad. There's a lot to say there. Oh, okay. And then it looks like we move into like an in-universe document. That's fun. So ISA Standards and Guidances. Introduction. This document aims to aid the ISA lead investigators in conducting xenoarchaeological fieldwork. Your mission is to uncover, document, and where possible, preserve the remains of extinct cultures across the galaxy. Remember at all times that you represent the agency and are bound by our code of conduct. You must abide by the health and safety guidelines, especially if you are to lead a team. Should you encounter sentient life forms, I've got a little bit of mustache here in my mouth. No, don't like that. Should you encounter sentient life forms, it is imperative that you refer to the ISA Intercultural Ethics Guide. Your ISA supplied toolset includes all tools necessary to establish a robust local coordinate system, signal markers, equipment for photogrammetry, systems for rudimentary physical and chemical surveys, facilities to clean and catalogue finds, as well as hand tools for moving soil. Further equipment can be supplied as needed upon agency deliberation. There's a lot of reading here. I'm going to just quickly take another drink of water. Investigation. Your research area has been defined for you, and it may not expand beyond it without... sorry, I've just realised that this probably stays on playing The Sims, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. Okay, hang on. Bear with me. Oops. Here we go. Your research area has been defined for investigation. Your research area has been defined for you, and you may not expand beyond it without agency authorization. Within the area, you are allowed and expected to conduct field work as you see necessary. Remember that all archaeological work is by necessity destructive. Minimize this by choosing an approach that yields the best information possible while doing the least amount of destruction to the site. Excavation. If open areas or trenches are to be excavated, you are advised to remove all topsoil if present, facilitating a horizontal section within the occupation layer. Identify features such as pits, post holes, or ditches by differences in colour composition, in the composition, colour, or other properties of the fill. Half section features, if possible. Create a section view to gain an understanding of the feature's shape and stratigraphy. Stratigraphy? Not sure. Structures. If you encounter standing structures, proceed with caution and only after verifying structural integrity. Avoid altering or destroying structures. If you cannot find a door, ISA does not authorize the use of explosives. Good to know. Finds. If you encounter small finds, such as artifacts or ecofacts, take detailed notes on context. Remember, a find only carries information when combined with the context it was found in. Simply taking objects without documentation is considered looting. Place finds in a protective bag and process them as necessary, such as cleaning. Describe and catalogue all finds before placing them in preservative storage for further studies in the home-based lab. Finds must be accompanied by a finds label at all times. Seems straightforward. Documentation. You are expected to compose documentation of every step of your work. Your documentation should, as a minimum, include the site report, a log, a finds catalogue, and spatial records of all types of discoveries you make. Site report and log. In your site report, assign every feature and structure a relevant identifier. Whenever necessary, also assign identifiers to subparts. For every feature or structure, you should take descriptive notes. Pay attention to soil composition, enclosed objects like charcoal, building materials, and all other relevant properties. As part of your report, try and take note of stratigraphical layers and try to establish a relative chronology. Examples. If feature A1 is cut into by feature G2, A1 must be older than G2. If house H1 is erected on top of A1, H1 is younger than A1. And if find F3 was discovered in A1, the deposition of F3 is as old as the infill of A1. You are encouraged to keep a daily log of your activities both on and off the clock. This serves both as a memory support and to manage the psychological strain of working on remote planets. This is really interesting. I like the way this is set up as like an in-universe instructions, because I do not understand half of the words that are being used, but I get the gist. I've watched Time Term. Nobody who studies archaeology, listen to that last sentence. Thank you. Finds catalogue. Input all finds into a database, giving each a relevant identifier. Take note of the context the find was discovered in, such as the feature it was in. Describe every find in the necessary detail. Mention the condition the find is in. Spatial records. Every data type should be accompanied by spatial information. In most cases, a two-dimensional map in either head-on for sections or top-down orientation for everything else is sufficient. In more complicated situations, you may want to 3D scan features, finds, or structures. Theorization. During your fieldwork, you are expected to formulate preliminary hypotheses. As soon as you have gathered enough points of data, you should distill your findings down to a theory. Closing remarks. The ISA wishes you to have a safe and productive field season. May your trail blaze. Nice. Okay. Interesting. Phase 1, identification. The previous expedition has determined the presence of an archaeological site in the area. Go over the findings from that expedition. Expedition log, new entry. The team will now conduct an atmospheric, deep core, and planetary survey of the planet to ascertain any potential hazards or, dare we dream, opportunities for the archaeological team. We have categorized the possibilities for convenience of the archaeological team into Type 1, Type 2, and Type 3. Type 1 is Earth-like, if not welcoming, at least not actively hostile to life and work. Type 2 is difficult to categorize neatly, unpredictable, volatile, and very poorly studied so far. Type 3 is hostile and dangerous. We kindly suggest abandoning the mission if any Type 3 phenomena are detected. Among the possibilities we might encounter based on our projections are... Ooh, okay. I'm going to roll a d6. 5. Oh god, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So, among the possibilities we might encounter based on our projections are: a thick atmosphere rich in carbon dioxide traps the planet in a perpetual cover of thick, yellowish sulfuric acid clouds. The air is corrosive and the greenhouse effect leads to dangerously high temperatures. Good work. Looking forward to this. Okay, I'm gonna write this down actually. So, what do we have? Atmosphere. What did we say? A thick atmosphere rich in carbon dioxide. Traps the planet in a perpetual cover of thick yellowish sulfuric acid clouds. The air is corrosive. And the greenhouse effect leads to dangerously high temperatures. Okay. Climate survey. D33. I don't know how to roll for that. I guess 1, 2, 3 is... But 1, 2 is 1. 3, 4 is 2. 5, 6 is 3. And then I'll do that twice. Okay. So 6, that's 3. It's hot. That makes sense. And it's 2. Tropical forest, which is type 1. So, alien plant life seems to exhibit similar morphologies to the kinds found on Earth, with vines, trees, shrubs, and even grass having been found on site. As the planet exhibits a variety of biomes and climate regions, as well as the possibility for seasons, we have decided to group the climate types by temperature and humidity principally until proper climate regions can be ascertained and catalogued. These placeholder categories do not correspond one-to-one to what we might find on Earth. Monsoon climates on Earth aren't temperate, for example. But they are close analogies, and that close analogies that account for this exoplanet's unique qualities. The scope of the current expedition is limited to a single dig site, meaning only one type of climate must be accounted for. Okay, so we will be in a hot, semi-humid tropical rainforest. Okay. And a core survey, so let's roll another d6. 3. Instead of a super dense molten metal core, this planet possesses a porous, high volume, low density core. Its gravity well is weak and small, and planetary gravity is similarly affected. Life forms are slender and long, and animal life might be much, much larger than on Earth. Caution advised. Lock down your tools and always wear a harness. Interesting. What is it? Permeable core? Porous core. Gravity low, animals big. What are the consequences of all these facts? Okay. So let's start writing, I guess. So all of this the cloud of the acidic rain and the tropical rainforest we have arrived in means that we are working in all time in I'll say exosuits that protect us from elements and provide tethering in case of gravity issues. The area around us is with sheltering beneath most plants are hazardous to eat, if not to touch, as they thrive in the corrosive air and rain. It is raining near constantly. There's raining near constantly at the site, and we will have to be careful to shelter our trenches lest they fall with rain. So I've written, the combination of the acidic rain and the tropical rainforest we have arrived in means that we are working at all times in exosuits that protect us from the elements and provide tethering in case of gravity issues. The area around us is verdant with plants sheltering beneath the canopy. Most plants are hazardous to eat, if not to touch, as they thrive in the corrosive air and rain present here. Air and rain present here. It is raining near constantly at the site, and we will have to be careful to shelter our trenches lest they fill with water that damages the artifacts. Okay, let's move on. What caught the attention of the expedition and pushed them to call for a xenoarchaeologist? Ooh, interesting. What if it's like... Like a wall, maybe? Or a... I want to say it's construction of some kind. Maybe a... low wall on the edge of the forest, stretching more than a kilometre in length, perfectly straight, as though marking a boundary. Does the planet have any satellites? Okay, rolling 6. No. Interesting. How does the presence or absence of satellites affect the planet? Tranquil seas, slow growth of plants, hyperdeveloped plants. The lack of satellites on this orbiting this world creates stillness that is uncomfortable. That is both uncomfortable and barely perceptible to humans. How does the architecture reflect it? I wonder if there's like a looseness to the wall. Stillness. With the wall built loosely and without mortar, yet seemingly untouched, yet undamaged for years in the due to a lack of tectonic movement and low gravity. Oh, okay. As conclusion for this identification phase, please mark the type for each thing your survey discovered. Okay, so type 2. Oh, oops. Hang on. So this was type 3. This was type 1. This was type 2. And that was type 2. So type 2. So our most common type is type 2. Okay. Let me... Oh, there's a little thing, so if I had this in person, I could tick it. That's neat. Okay, I'll just take a drink, and then we'll start phase 2. Okay, phase 2, evaluation. Determine the historical and cultural significance of archaeological materials from during the phase 1 survey. Within the area marked by the previous part, you are required to perform tests, excavate, and put down signal markers on your own before you access the ruins properly. What kind of area is it? Oh. So far I've only decided on a wall. So what area is it? I've decided on the wall. So what if... it through structures, it is not clear what specifically these structures were built for, but based on the varying foundation and wall styles, they appear to have been built across a number of decades. The layout is not what we would consider a town or village by Earth standards, but it is too soon to say more. Hypothesize more on the purpose of these buildings. Set up a pyramid solitaire to represent the ancient alien ruin. Okay. Type 2. To set it up, you will build a centered formation starting in row of 3 face down, then 4, then 5, then 4, then 5, then 4, then 3. Okay, fun. Let's shuffle these again. There's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1. Oh, I might just scooch these. Scooch. Oops. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And 3, last row, 3 face up. So let's flip these. 3, Okay. So, mapping. The ruins are a complex set net. Oh, sorry. The ruins are a complex net of chambers and structures. Since we don't know in detail the culture that built it, we need to register everything. For that reason, we're applying mapping protocols according to ISA standards. Diamonds for north, hearts for east, clubs for south, spades for west. Chambers are complex and material can be found even once the scouting has happened. It's possible to add later to a chamber that was already mapped to another reference. The map references, according to the ISA requirements, can be adapted to your personal use, should record them for research purposes. Oh. So am I supposed to draw these? While excavating, you will find items by forming pairs of cards that add up to 13. Kings are worth 13, queens are worth 12, jacks are worth 11, and aces are worth 1. Okay. Each suit represents a different aspect. Diamonds for artifacts, clubs for ecofacts, hearts for structures, spades for features. What's an ecofact? I'm going to Google it. Okay. That makes sense. Okay, yeah. It wasn't created by humans, but it's still relevant to the culture and place you're studying. That makes sense. Okay. Heart structures, spades, features. Whenever you get a pair, you add an item to catalogue. To make a pair, simply take 2 cards which form a valid pair. You may take 2 face-up cards from the pyramid if they form a valid pair. If no valid pair exists on the pyramid, then draw cards from the deck until one of them forms a valid pair with one of the face-up cards on the pyramid. Put the unused drawn cards into a discard pile. You can't form pairs directly from the deck. Okay. Kings represent tombs in well-preserved places and have more clues than usual. When you draw a king, roll twice on the D66 table to describe it. Remove the king from play and describe the site according to each suit. State of the item. The greater the number difference between a pair, the worse the item is in terms of preservation or the medium in which it is preserved. Q to A, contaminated. J to 2, crumbling. 10 to 3, decaying. 9 to 4, incomplete. 8 to 5, perfectly preserved. 7 to 6, embalmed. Be sure to keep the preservation state in mind when registering the item in the excavation log as well. Card prompts. These are just ideas meant to inspire you rather than rules set in stone. Feel free to make something up on the spot or to ignore the results of a roll on the table if you feel like it doesn't make sense. The items listed are merely suggestions and open to any interpretation or recontextualization that you can think of. A tablet might be a solid slab of stone in which something has been etched, or it might be a digital tablet used as a computer. Example. You have the 7 of spades and a 6 of hearts. The suits indicate this is features plus structures, so one possibility is finding a footprint in a market square. It's well preserved, 7 plus 6, embalmed in the state of the item. because the dry environment has allowed that to occur. The print of someone not wearing shoes, it has 7 fingers. Its size is around 50 centimeters, which should tell you that the height of the previous inhabitants was about 200 to 250 centimeters. From the form of the fingers, we can deduce that they could grab things with their toes like an orangutan. You then roll 63 on the 66 table, and looking at the result, you can deduce that this was a comfortable way of moving around. You discover a queen of clubs and an ace of diamonds, plus ecofacts plus artifact, maybe an animal skull used as part of a suit of armor. Unfortunately, the item was vandalized. You roll 32 on the D66 table by someone. So, according to some tests, the strange bright mark is more recent than the processed spell. Okay. Alright. I get it. So, let's try and make some pairs. I can't with any of my originally. So let's... No, I need an ace for... Right. No. 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 Need an ace or a 9? No. An ace or a jack? Or a 3? 6. A 3! Okay, a 10 and a 3. Is decaying. Okay, first item. J plus 3 equals decaying. And then it's and it was clubs ecofact, a decaying ecofact. Okay. I'm gonna roll. Six plus 3 is 9. A shell. Okay. Okay. I have an idea. Let's give it some more flavor first. So another 2d6. So 1 is 2, so it's 2 across, and another, and a 4. Stormy, dead, aggressive, lazy, bored. Okay, I have a really good idea. Inside one of these structures, we have uncovered a large shell, like it resembles the conical shells of hermit crabs on Earth, but is larger than a person. It is than a human. Within the shell is the remnants no, I think because it's a decaying fact, I don't think we can find a skeleton in it. So there is evidence of there are scratch marks that seem to have been made from claws on the inside, but the structure of the shell has been badly damaged by the corrosive rain. Do I? Oh, and this was to the south. Inside one of the structures on the south side of the site. Oh no! Shit. Oh, thank fuck. Oh god, I thought I lost it. I guess I flipped that one now? Okay. Second item. Let's start pulling. No. Yes. Diamonds, a jack and a 2. So this is crumbling. Oh wait, did I? No, I wrote it down wrong. I didn't do the math wrong. Diamonds. Artifact. What do we got here? And it's on the north. Oh, I should find out what it is. So it's an artifact. Let's roll. A 3. 3 of diamonds. A pot. What do we think the pot is made of? Let's roll again on the 2d6. 3 and then 4. Homely, tired, bloody, different, homeless. I'm going to say carved from a single piece of stone. The walls are remarkably thin and delicate, despite the hard material, and just being picked up. I think that's enough for that one, actually. Third item. I'll flip that. Oop. Oop. Flip that. Ace. Ah, perfect. Queen and ace. I don't think they have to be the same suit, do they? I don't think it says. So I'm going to say yes, and then I'm going to just use both things. Like, this is a diamond and a heart. This is both an artifact and a structure. Okay, let's roll. 5. A meeting point. Or a tablet. Okay. Let's roll again. Oh, double ones. Okay. Creepy, quaint, kind, funny, putrid. Okay. I think pound however still has a slight foundation However, this was missed by the original team and has been further damaged by their rover. The combination of that and the acidic rain and air means that any information we could gather from this meeting point has been to us. Okay. And I get to flip a couple of things now, by the looks of things. 5. Okay, so an 8 and a 5 is up here. And we're doing, it's an eco fact and a structure, right? Roll for grass bathroom. This is so silly. I'm gonna gloss over it a bit, but 5. What was it? Yeah, 5 plus 8. Equals what was the state of that? Perfectly preserved. Okay. I'm going to gloss over this, but I think what we find here is a small structure that seems to have been used for the composting and disposal of waste. Let's say biological waste. Can be identified based on the makeup of the soil and the vibrance of the plant life in the area. Okay. Then we straight away get another one. It's a 9 and a 4, which is again hearts and clubs. So let's roll. A 3. Leather and a training ground. Okay. 5th. 9 plus 4 was a incomplete. Eco effect plus structure. I should put that in here as well. As leather. In the structure in which we found the shell, we have also discovered what appears to be a leather harness of some type. Now I am beginning to suspect that this location was a farm or homestead of some description. It is missing several pieces by the look of fraying. These may have been taken by nearby animal life. Sixth. Okay. What's next? Flip this one. Nada? Okay. This one. No. 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 Come on. No. No. Give me a break. No. 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 What? No. No, no, no. No. Oh my god, I can't believe all of the kings are in there. Okay. 6. No. King. No. No. Oh no. Undo. Oh, the worst. No, my setup. My setup. Do I set back up? I guess so. I just go to where I was up to. Okay. Stupid misclicks. Oops. I've done 6, so I did 3 and then I've done this one. This one and this one. And I was like that, I think. But I had different cards. But I can't do anything about that. Okay. Let's just shuffle the stack again. Okay. No. Yes. 9 and 4. Is another incomplete thing. Okay. 9 plus 4 again. Incomplete. I'm out with a clubs and hearts again. Interesting. What are we gonna do this time? It seems we've got the same result as last time. Let's roll. 2. A 2. Excrement. Okay, well I just already did composting, so a kitchen. Let's Four, 2. Okay, let's 4, 2. Lonely, thoughtless, frantic, courageous, grateful. Interesting. Oh, okay. Here's an idea. I have found a structure that appears to have the necessary equipment for cooking. Fire with stove, or a stone cookware, and closed fireplace, suggesting a stove and more stone pots that can be interpreted as cookware. The while cooking appears to have taken place in this room, I hesitate to label it a kitchen, as it lacks the least it be interpreted as a social hub in the way human kitchen and dining areas tend to be. Instead, this room is small. It has no visible space for a second being to occupy it. It is, however, without more details of the physiology of the inhabitants, I hesitate to speculate further. Okay. Flippy flip. No. Oh, let's chuck these in my hand. No. 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 Yes. Diamonds. Artifact. Contaminated artifact. What kind of artifact is it? Let's roll for what type of artifact it is. 3. Another pot? No, I'm re-rolling. Fuck you. A necklace. And let's roll twice here. See what we get. 3, and I didn't check what the other one was. 6. So 3, 6. Lucky, calm, cute, impossible, tough. Length of knotted cord wire on clue to its use or purpose by I am it as a necklace, though we have okay. What do we got? 6. No. 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 Yes. Okay. 10 and a 3 of clubs. That's an eco fact. 10 plus 3 equals eco fact. Which is, if I remember correctly, decaying. And let's roll. 3. Leather again. Okay. Found more leather work, though this time it appears to be incomplete. Work in progress that has not been completed. The it is stretched over a frame the way but it has fallen from a frame of some or hanging mechanism. Not all of the fur has been scraped. The mold has grown. Okay, again. Jack and the Two. Another structured eco fact. Oh my god. Okay. Crumbling. Five. I've done. No, I did tablet and meeting point, insect and meeting points. Oh, let's do in a structure, a room adjoining the kitchen, have located a partial exoskeleton of a large crab-like creature. Claw marks indicate this is a or if not a creature to the one that inhabited the large shell in the structure we are nicknaming the stable, since finding the leather harness. Another Jack and a Two. So another crumbling thing, but this time it's clubs and diamonds. It's spades and diamonds. I don't remember what spades is. Features. What's the difference between a feature and a structure? Right, okay. So a feature is just like something big that can't be moved. So I guess the wall is a feature. Okay, let's go with the wall. J plus 2. It close examination, the wall had indicates has revealed what appear to be a set of tools used for shaping the stone. One item was nearly recognizable as a chisel. No. Closely resembled a chisel. Another, a hammer. Examination of the grip of these the wielder I'm gripping with the whole hand, or no specific hand grooving to indicate fingers. 11th item. What do we got? 10 plus 3 of spades. Here we go. It's a decaying feature. Let's roll. One minute. My dog is going off. Brought the dog in here to hang out with me so that we can avoid more barking. Eh? Okay. Where were we? We were rolling for a feature. I think I rolled already, so 5. Fire pit. That's fun. another one. A post hole or wheel tracks. So outside in the general compound, bottom of a relatively deep hole, it is unclear whether of this hole for a purpose such as cooking food. There's another reason for burying it in this way. Okay. 12th item. Let's go. No. No. Again, no. Again, no. Yes. Queen and Ace of Spades. So contaminated. Oops, wrong one. Contaminated. Contaminated feature. What could be a feature that gets a underground appears to have been flooded by, we do not due to ongoing exposure to the elements. We have access to a water pump that can extract the acidic water of this planet. And so for now, cannot investigate that site further, I think. Okay. Then there's a 9 and a 4. Diamond and clubs, which is an artifact and an ecofact. So 9 plus 4. Ecofact plus artifact. And it's incomplete. And what are we doing here? We are gonna roll 6. A skull and armor. That's fun. Let's go. Ooh, a skull and armor. I think a helmet. I have found of the first indications of the first specific indications of the bodily makeup of these people. To the lack of footprints available in the mud. This helmet appears to be made from the head of the skeleton of a crab or insect like beast, and has been carved to allow for a face to be visible. The need for head protection and visible face implies a an humanoid, or at least evidence to the necklace from an earlier find. 14th item. I'm going to claim this 10 and 3. Three is a decaying thing. What is it? A heart and a diamond? So it's a structure and artifact again. What do we got here? Well, let's roll. I'm gonna roll twice and add them together, so 10. A stair. No, a shrine. Ooh. And a bedroll. Ooh, I like the shrine. I'm actually going to roll on the next table as well, because I haven't done that in a while. 3, 4. 3, 4. Homely, tired, bloody, different, homeless. That's interesting. I've done that already. What about 4, 3? Evil, healthy, victorious, faithful, plain. Okay. I like the idea of homeless and bedroll and shrine. So, let's say on the excavating into a nearby hill, a hill on the site has revealed a structure with a second floor. The second floor and accessible roof. The roof is flat and has evidence of a laid with what appears to be bedding, which is now mostly decayed. In one corner there is a brazier with burn marks around its base, as well as soot covered shells and skeletal exoskeletal remains of small animals. The way in which these are displayed are similar to a human shrine. At this point, aside from the obvious differences is easy to forget. This is not. As the alien weather and plant life, it is easy to forget that this is not a human settlement. No. 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 Flip. Okay. No. 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 Yes. 9 and 4. There's an incomplete. Again, it was artifact plus structure. Oh, I'll just describe the beating. What do you call those? Let's say buttons. Loop in. You know those ones that are like, it's like a little loop of leather, and then there's like a rock, and you like loop it over. Yeah. Stone loop buttons, and bedding appears to be able to be rolled to a small size for transport. 16th item. No. No. If there's not a queen in here, I'm just gonna lose, I think. There's gotta be a queen in here somewhere. It'd be just my luck if there wasn't. my god, there wasn't. Does it say, like, what happens if you... Interesting. I think that's as far as I can go. I think that means that what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna scratch this out. Format, strike through. Whether it has forced us to abandon the location. Although there was much more to be gleaned from the site. I hope to return in future, but for now, this is all we have. Okay, I think that's us. That was really fun. I want to read those last pages that I didn't get to. The astrobiology thing. So what is astrobiology by Theta Chun? Astrobiology, also known as exo or xenobiology, is the study of life in the universe. It's a field that combines chemistry, physics, biology, and other fields to study the origins of life, as well as answering the question, is there other life in the universe? Astrobiologists come from a variety of backgrounds, from photographers to climate scientists, as well as the field. And as the field evolves, it also expands. And in the future, if we do find aliens, we'll likely be able to begin to see other disciplines brought in. Some basics. So when you think of aliens, what do you think of? A little green man, maybe a four-legged cat-like creature? In reality, we don't know what aliens may look like. However, we can theorize about their chemical composition. For one, most aliens will likely be carbon-based life forms, as carbon is particularly good at bonding compared to other elements prevalent in our universe. However, that's not a guarantee. Likewise, while water has a number of unique qualities for supporting life formed on a Venus-like planet wouldn't have their primary liquid be something so easily boiled. This means that aliens may not have the same basic chemical composition as us, making it hard to theorize what they could look like. This makes it a particular challenge to know what to look for. However, scientists have primarily decided to look for life that has a similar composition to us. Keeping our parameters narrow means that we know what signs to look for, such as methane and other common byproducts produced by life. It also makes it easier to run experiments on potential alien planet compositions. An ice planet made of ammonia ice is harder to model than that of a water ice planet because we're far more familiar with water ice and how it acts under certain conditions. Even with these parameters, there are still millions of things which could affect and differ in potential alien biology, such as day-night cycles, the planetary atmosphere, and if they even have DNA or RNA. While reduced parameters make it easier for us, it nonetheless leaves us with billions of potential planets and moons to look at. Xenoarchaeology is currently non-existent field of studying alien archaeology. However, in the case that we were to discover aliens, astrobiology and xenoarchaeology would likely be very interrelated fields. It's very likely that most aliens won't look anything like us, As mentioned, alien life, even if they have the same base composition, may look nothing like us due to a million other factors that determine evolution. Our biology informs how and what we build. We build stairs because we can walk up them, but some creatures might not be able to. What need for stairs would they therefore have? And if they were to build stairs, why would they? Furthermore, it's been a more recent architecture movement to build biology-inspired and dependent architecture. Likewise, the composition of a planet also informs the architecture. Tectonic plate movement in the atmosphere of a world may mean that some life lives in the clouds due to the density of the air. These things are important both to astrobiology but also to xenoarchaeology. I want to put this terraforming astrobiology. I want to put this little extra bit here to kind of expound on the ethics of astrobiology. As with archaeology, astrobiology is a complex field, and one way this manifests is with terraforming. To put it simply, while planetary discovery is a cool field, it's also a field we must be careful in. These planets we discover are not our own, and the ways in which we discover them here on Earth frequently ignores the fact that we are doing this on land that's not our own without the people's permission. These are inappropriate realities. If you want to know more, I would suggest looking into the Mauna Kea telescope debate. Be careful about how you think about alien cultures and planets. Xenobiology fun facts. Air density is affected by pressure, therefore, on a planet where life is far less dense than humans and the atmospheric pressure is incredibly heavy, people could potentially float. Unfortunately, that's unlikely to happen to us humans. Venus may have a basal magma ocean or a magma ocean beneath the crust, which is why the atmosphere is so thick. It's believed Earth once did too, which is what led to our magnetosphere. By most accounts, Venus and Earth are twin planets, although almost impossible to tell apart with our telescopes, meaning planets which we think may be able to support life, may be unable to. We don't actually have a solid definition for what is and isn't alive. Viruses, while not alive, do act like they are, and human cells, while alive, cannot live apart from us for very long. Some people theorize that life didn't actually develop on Earth out of the primordial sludge, but an asteroid with microbes crashed into our planet. This is called the panspermia hypothesis. Not all planets are solid. Jupiter and other gas giants have no solid surface, but are simply swirling balls of gas which are spherical. If you'd like to know more, I'd suggest reading the NASA graphic novels. Oh my god. Reading the NASA graphic novels covering astrobiology. They delve far deeper into it than I can in about 500 words. And there's credit. And yes, Amanda did the art and layout as well. Beautiful. This was extremely good. And it's a lot to think about as well. It's something that's very, very relevant to me in my development of space legs. It's really cool to see like a more scientific approach to what I've been doing, entirely based on my my knowledge of the humanities side of things. That was so fun. I'm going to end it there though. Thank you for joining me. And again, this will be up on YouTube to watch on demand later if you are just joining us as we're about to finish. Alright, goodbye. Have a lovely day.